Greetings from subspace. Welcome back to Parkan 2. It was going to be Abomination, but I had... well, the video turned out to be a black screen. Fancy that. So, here we are. We have a job to do, and that job is currently to go down to the surface and make sure that the device that we are after is not going to get into the wrong hands. That is, any hands that is not our hands.
Now it begins.
Now it begins? It had already begun, Irene. Oh yes. Well, it looks like they're being assaulted. How terrible. Well, let's deploy our forces to help out. This isn't really a very worthy invasion force, is it? Oh man. Okay, everyone. Oh yeah, go dragon. Oh, they even have a couple of Oberon down there. Oh, dragon's doing very well. You're brilliant. Oh, sorry about that. I thought you could hold my weight. Well, I believe that's the only time that we actually get to see drones outside. Yeah, proper robots outside. Huh. So, now that we're here, why don't we go inside and make sure that the device we're looking for is still here? Yes, yes. Just making sure, everyone. Plus, we're good friends, aren't we? Yes, we're very good friends. Now we can recharge. Good, we needed that. Let's see... nope. Not here. Come on, it's got to be here. Shield generator. Exoskeleton. Sensor block, engine. It's not here.
If you need information, that's where you gotta go. We Oberons are always on top of the latest news.
Don't you mean we're where you've got to go? Not that's where you've got to go? Oh well. Okay, they don't appear to have any information about the device, and it's certainly not in their store. Well, then we must check the enemy cruiser. They might have been able to sneak it out of the base. Everyone, get ready. They're not deploying any defences. I guess they already used them all in the attack. I think there'll still be a few on board, though.
You're dead.
No, you are. This is actually very easy. I didn't expect Oberon to be such a pushover. Looks like the last ones are in the reactor. Come on. Cargo, no cargo. No cargo. Where is the device? We need the last piece of it. Let's try checking their main computer. Maybe that will tell us something if we can access it. No, we can't. Okay then. Does anyone here have a bright idea? Hold on, we haven't searched the other structures yet. Let's try that. You know, this structure looks like... well, just reminds me of the architecture from Battlezone 2. Various parts of ISDF bases. Where's the entrance? Here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, is it in the factory? Yeah, maybe they hid it in the factory so that... well, because it isn't usually the first place you
Hello,
look.
colleague. You've done some good business with the dim-witted planners, haven't you?
I wouldn't call it business exactly. Well, if you call business destroying renegades at every turn... let's try in here then. No, not there. Aha! There's a Durandal, shield generator. Another Durandal. This is not good. Okay, let's try the mine then. Surely it will be in the mine. If it's not anywhere else, it's got to be the mine. That's the last place you'd look for anything. Oh wait, that's storage. Wait, let me check. No, that's the spaceport. Then there's our cruiser. Ah yeah, there's the mine. It's got to be here somewhere, surely. Okay, fuel...
If you need information, that's where you gotta go.
fuel...
We Oberons are always on top of the latest news.
Is that it? Yes, it's the navigational data projector, DM3W. Phew, that took a lot of loading to do. You okay, Irene? Irene? Yeah, she's probably busy just checking over the new data that she can acquire from it. Oh yes. Okay, Irene, let's see what it can tell us then. As soon as we get back on board.
I built a unit from the emergency relay boat.
That's
It's
quick.
a miracle this thing works after everything that's happened to it. It's a beacon from the Wanderer. The record has been through a lot and it's not in very good shape. I put everything that I managed to squeeze out of it in the log. Take a look, Captain. Do you have an idea of where we should look for the Wanderer? By the way, if there are no planets in the system where the ship is, we should take enough fuel for the return journey.
Oh yes, I think we have a very good idea. Thank you, Irene. Thank you very much. What we have to do next is find the location ourselves. Let's just take a in-depth look. Shall we? Let's see then. Okay. Our task is to find the Wanderer. The collected parts belong to the same device, of course, we already knew that. It's Emergency Lighthouse. Well, that's new, I've never heard of an emergency lighthouse before. Launched from the ship of the Federal Service of Investigation's Wanderer. To all appearances, the record contained the report on the course of expedition, copy of the logbook, and exact indication of the current location of the ship. Unfortunately, the major part of information was lost. It was possible to reconstruct only a fragment of the navigation map and a short passage of text, apparently part of a record in the logbook. It reads as follows. To Cartland. Irene. Paul Cartland is the chief mechanic of Wanderer. Managed to extinguish the fire in the engine room and launch the converter to the half power at 14:35 standard time. Wanderer came into the transfer to systems, could not chase us, only with net accelerator. It was impossible to read rather big fragment. Further on, apparently there is description of the planet system where Wanderer has moved. There was no chance to carry out regular astronomical observations. A comparatively young star with high speed of rotation that proves a guess about the absence of mature planets in planet system belt and much fragment material. Part of asteroid zone is comparatively stable, and the ship may stay in that orbit until the end of repairing. Besides, iron-nickel fragments can be very well screen end of record, or at least end of reconstructed record. Okay, so I don't know exactly where they are, but there is a hint here: a comparatively young star. Although that could be anywhere with, well, 0 to a few planets, I guess. But if we take a look at... Oh yeah, you put it there, Irene. Right. Let's take a very good look at this. Okay. Let's see. Emergency beacon ES2W consists of the database DM1W, hardware key, and a processor DM2W, and... well, we already know that. Okay. Well, pretty much what we discovered is that the Wanderer is hiding in a system that matches the specification shown in this device. So we simply have to check our galaxy map and, well, just find a system that matches this configuration. Should be easy enough. Yeah, four planets. Yes. Let's see. Check everywhere. I'll start with orange, since that's possibly the most likely place. It is quite... Oh, we found it already! Huh! That was not on purpose, by the way. The configuration of planets is randomly generated every time you start a new game. So it's got to be somewhere in here. And they did say it was a new star. So that rules out Alpha and Delta clusters. Well, yeah, that rules out Alpha and Delta, so it must be either Beta or Gamma. That's pretty good narrowed down, I say. But Orange is far too difficult for us at the moment. We need to build up our supplies and get a new ship. Next time, everyone, we'll be heading over to Yellow Sector to meet the Xenords, fight with them, trade with them, and, of course, get a nice X-Cruiser. Yes. And get some nice rare weapons. Hopefully they'll have some grade 5s in there. I really want some grade 5 stuff now. We're making it very quick through this game. Oh yes. See you then, everyone. Thank you for watching.